The following program is brought to you by Naleo TV, the people's platform.
Aloha! On this episode of Polymer Play with me, Barbara Hanson, we're going to be making a really cool frilly brown flower, kind of with koa color intones. So don't miss it. It's going to be fun. See you then. Aloha! On this episode of Polymer Play with me, Barbara Hanson, we are going to be making a really cool frilly flower. So here we go. I'm going to dive right into it. When you build the flower, you want to start by putting on some gloves. And mainly because there is a plasticizer that leaks out, but mainly it's because I don't like to have fingerprints on my canes when I'm working. Okay, I'm going to start with the center part of my flower, this part right here, and work my way out. So in the very center, I'm starting with this beautiful golden color that I made to look like a light color of wood. Okay, so here's our center. And from there, well, however you do your first one dictates the size of the whole piece. Okay, so here we're off to a good start. Next, we're going to take a sheet of black, and whenever you want to do dots that you want to encompass in a color, oh wait, let's cut this. Let's put the blade side down. Luckily, I've only been cut really bad once. That was because I wasn't paying attention. All right. So now we have what looks like a little hairdo on a face. That's the beginning taper. Then we're going to make some white dots to go around it. I like making the little dots. I think they give it an extra little frill that I'm into. Especially when you see it small, you're like, how'd this get in there? You're like, haha. I rolled out little dots and put them in there. Okay. This part you can roll your clay. And let's see here. I think I'm going to try and use about 5. The easiest way to measure the distance is to... Have you guys met my dog? Come on, Kaya. Come on back by me. Yes, that's my good girl. Oh, I love her so much. She's a precious. Okay. So I start down the middle. And I cut that. And now I have a length. So I'm going to go through and let me know. I don't know what you want me to do about that. Let's see.
Just keep going.
Okay. Okay, so I want to do 5. All right, here we go. We've got 5 equal lengths. Okay, so I'm going to start in the center. And then I'm going to do 2 on one side and 2 on the other side. Okay, and I'm making sure, again, that they go from the top to the bottom. And I want them far enough apart from one another that when I wrap the next clay, it'll go in between them. Okay, so we're looking at something like this. Kind of want them equidistant. Okay, so now I'm going to wrap the black. And let's see. I'm going to... This is like figure out the length. Boy, is it flip the blade upside down day? Oh, all right. Oh, I can't wait till you see the shoes I have today. I got to go up to Portland a couple weeks ago. My daughter is going to be going to school up there, Lewis and Clark. And I got some really cool new Doc Martens. Okay. So now see this? We're going to go around. Oh, I'm going to give it a little pull. It's not quite long enough. Okay. Go around. We're going to do my famous Barbara taper here. And I'm going to push in between. Oh, okay. Now, I could do one of two things. Oh, it's a silly day here in the gallery. Okay, so now we've got this going on. What we have to do is we have to fill in these spaces so that it's back to being round. Oops. Oh, actually, yeah. I guess if I'm following what I did before, that's what I have to do. But it might be cool to put another color in there as well. That's the cool thing about this. It's always morphing and changing. I said the first time I do a roll, I kind of underdo it. The second time I overdo it. And the third time I nail it. And that just seems to be the way that it goes. So if it's not exactly what you want the first time, just try it again. You can even do it in different colors. You don't, you know, just so you have more variety. Or flip-flop the colors. Okay. So now we've filled that space in. So we're going to go to, now we're getting into the bronze. I like to call this my koa color because I think it looks a lot like koa wood. Okay, we're going to figure out the width. We're going to turn the blade the right direction and trim the size. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Dun, 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 dun. What do you see that's wrong here? 1, 2, 3. What about that guy? I almost forgot him. That's horrible. I mean, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but it would have flattened weird on that side. And remember, always keep switching your roll over to make sure it looks good on both sides. Squeeze this one up a little bit. Ooh. Crumbly clay. Whenever you have crumbly clay, you have to work it longer. And I work it longer in my dough sheeter, but they have a new material or a medium that you can add to it, a softener, that really makes a difference. Okay, now that looks good. I'm happy. We got the fourth one. Okay, we're going into our bronze color. And now we have an even transition. And I'm going to add a little bit more to it, make it a little bit thicker. And then we're going to work on doing the little the frilly parts on the top. Okay, we've got that. Now, mind you, you can even just do petals that are like just layer, layer, layer. That's how I do a plumeria. Just, you can do a rainbow. You can do anything you want. Okay. So I'm going to roll this up, and then I'm going to slice it down the middle to make half circles. Yay. Ooh, that's crumbly. It's okay. I can conquer you, clay. Yay, for those of you who haven't met Kaya, we've had her about 7 months. She's a rescue from Elio Dog Rescue. She's awesome. She's with me every day, so if you come up to the gallery, you'll meet her. She's about as loving as it gets. She always greets everyone at the door. Okay, so now that I'm here, you notice I did it long. I did that long on purpose because I'm going to cut it in half and cut it in half again. Check it. Ooh, didn't nail it. That is not what you want. Looks more like an Easter egg. Okay, just put it back together. When I do these, I kind of go right on top of them and go straight down the best I can. Way better. Okay. And this one. All right. So I'm going to take my flower petal and I'm going to go in the center and then go on either side. And this is how I'm building up the little wiggles on there. Okay, so see what we have now? Looking pretty good. Now before we go into the black, we want I'm going to use white because it'll really pop the flower out. It's really important when you're building that you have different colors next to one another, because by having colors real similar, when you pull it down you won't be able to see. So if you did like purple and black, yeah, that wouldn't work out. Okay. Alright, that won't happen again. Alright, so we're bringing this around. Now remember how we had to fill in the space here? I'm going to have to do that here. So we'll make sure it went all the way to the bottom, which it did. Taper. Okay, white's done. I'm gonna press into here because we don't want to lose those indentations. Okay. And then we're going to add a sheet of black because black is our outside color. So we always want to have the last layer of the tube the outside color. That way when we're packing it in, it's a smoother transition. Okay, but when I do this, I'm going to go right above the white. That's just, I don't do it the same way every time. I just do what seems right. I mean, I'm showing you how I do it. You do it any way you want. There is really no right or wrong way. You just do what makes you happy. Okay. And then you'll love it. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. See how I've got this? Okay, see how this is higher? I'm going to take my blade and get rid of that. Okay, I always separate my colors because the clay is expensive and that's why. Okay, so I can use it again. Okay, wedging this in. Sometimes you can take like a pen or a pencil or something if you really want to get that tight in. And we're going to take, oh gosh, let's see. Let's fill these spaces in. And then we're going to be at a circle, which will be good. And this will come here. Oh, okay. What are we missing? Do you know what we're missing? We're missing the center. Okay, so we're going to cut into straight down the center, best we can. Flip it over. Ooh, that's a little funky. That's a little funky too. Okay. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's squish it back together and start again. That's not always perfect, but the good news is you cut into the clay once you squeeze it back together, no one ever knows, and you forget because you're happy with whatever it is you do next. Okay, straight down. All right, there we go. Okay, we're going to insert, we're going to pull that open. And I'm going to insert that. All right, there we go. Okay, now it's time for the pull down. So I'm going to compact it together. And often I stand up and really push this down. My recommendation, there's lots of different, polymer clay tutorials out there, but a lot of them, they have you building really tiny rolls. So if the project that they're giving you is really tiny, I say right out of the gate, like double it or quadruple it, because when you build your rolls really small, you don't get enough to play with. Okay, so I'm getting all those air bubbles out. You can see it's starting to move. And we got a ways to go to get this down. Okay. I don't normally do this, but I So this really gets all the different colors connected, and just the brute force of pushing like this also warms up the clay and gets it ready to move better. Oh yeah. I wish you guys could see what this feels like, because now it's starting to move. Okay, so already I can see when I'm going to cut this off that this is over, the roll is only that long. This stuff is squeezing out. This is my workout. No, just kidding. Okay. So when you build really complicated rolls that take days to stack together to make something more complex, like for example this one, like a tiki. When you build all those over a few days and you put them together, it's really, really hard to roll down, pull down, because the ones that you built in the beginning are stiffer than the ones that you built at the end, and so you can only pull them down a little bit a day. Now these we're all doing today, and it's coming down pretty good, but I can see that I've got some weird stuff happening, and I don't know. I want to cut it off. Woohoo! That was a woo-woo. Let's get to woohoo! We found it on both sides. Yep. Okay, so there we go. Now remember, with this one, we're going to pull it down long enough that we get 5 petals out of it. Now you see, if I rolled this, this would do this, and this would be really hard to put back together. But it feels like when you get it to the right consistency, it just kind of works for you, and it's really nice. There's no way to describe the feeling when the clay all of a sudden just goes. Except for inside, you're going, yay! All right, so now that we have this down, we need to figure out 5 petals. And I don't know, I have some weird magic intuitive thing that happens in my head. Probably from 40 years of pulling canes. Sometimes I get cocky, and maybe that's like right now, and it didn't work, but maybe, oh no, maybe it did. Close enough. As my grandfather would say, close enough for bridge work. He was a highway engineer. Okay, we've got 5. We have our 5 petals. That's looking pretty cool, guys. I really like this pattern in jewelry. I mean, I like it everywhere. I have quite a few things I do in the brown, black, and white series because it's got that earthy look. It looks really good when you put it on wood. Okay, so we're going to go through. We're going to make all of our petals petal shaped. We're going to go back and insert all of our triangles, and we're going to pull it down. But I'm going to fast forward because I want to be able to show you more of what you can do with the cane. Okay, and if you're unsure of this, how you do this part, there's lots of episodes that can help you with that. Okay, so once we've got this going, I worked it and I pulled it down to this diameter, halved it, this diameter and halved it, etc., etc. So all of these came from the same tube. And what we can do with it, I mean, there's so many different things, especially because I build my tubes so big, so I'm not intimidated to use them. I like to just go for it. Okay. So if we're gonna make beads for, just love that. Oh, sorry. If we're gonna make, here's a cool heart bead we can make. I want to show you how to do that. You can take some of your scrap that you have left from when you're pulling your roll down, and you're going to work it into a ball. Now, even though this is the shape of a heart, we're not going to start with the shape of a heart. We're going to start with a ball and make it into a shape of a heart. And you could use this to do like the shape of a turtle, a heart, a teardrop, you know, whatever you want, because you're going to control your clay. Okay, I'm going to take my slices, I'm going about a dime's thickness. And when I do this, I like to have a variety of sizes so that when I put them on, I have plenty of things to work with. Okay. And I'm thinking I want something in between those two, and then also a little bit smaller. Look how pretty those are. The little bit of metallic that's in the brown tones really gives it that cool wood vibe. I love that. It's funny because people, they see all the bright polymer clay and they're like, oh, that's polymer clay, but what is that? You know, people don't know that you can get these rich earthy colors. Okay, so as I start to put them on, I'm touching, not overlapping. It's kind of like a soccer ball pattern. Going all the way around. I'm trying to vary the sizes. And I'm trying not to put myself in a pickle. So you're always looking like two steps ahead. Okay. You can see the importance of having them pre-cut, because I can work my way through a little faster. But when you're starting, it's common to cut as you go. Remember, this is just my way. I'm showing you my technique, but there's many techniques. I think that's one of the best things about polymer clay is people making their own colors and coming up with their own patterns. It really makes for no two pieces alike, which is fantastic. And I'm not sure where you live, but there might be a polymer clay guild near you, and you could get in with a bunch of people that like to do it. Okay, so now we have this. And again, they're not overlapping, and they're all pretty much touching. I roll it into a ball, tight little. If I get too like this, then the rolls go like that. And that's fine if that's what you want. But the pressure of pushing in while you roll, I mean, this is straight out of Glass 101 right here. Because you're able to. Oh, now isn't that a beauty? That is looking good. Okay. Okay, from there, I'm going to start to flatten it. Now, if you guys have ever seen my keychains, that's actually how I do a keychain bead. when it was round is how I do a wine cork. Here's a round one. But right now, we're gonna do a heart. I love hearts. My grandfather was born on Valentine's Day. Biggest heart of all. Okay, I start by shaping the bottom. Oh, wait, I haven't told you about my shoes today. Or have I? I can't remember. I've got really awesome Doc Martens. Oh, yes, I think I did. See, I love them so much, I'm telling you twice. Okay. Here we go. Once we get this, you can make it more pointy, less pointy. You can make it more of a whimsical shape. I'm kind of a heart purist. Look at that. What a rad pendant or keychain that is. So then we're going to put a little pin in the top and we'll cook it. And do you remember what we do when we cook? Or maybe you don't know, you haven't seen it. This particular one has it's called a screw eye, and it literally will screw out. And so if you cook it while it's in, you unscrew it. See that? See how the little tiny screw eye thing? Then you would dip it into super glue gel because you don't want it to run. You bring it back and you're going to twist it back in, and that is not going anywhere. And then from there, yep, get it just how you want it. Yeah, you can put a jump ring and hang it on a necklace. I also took some of these. Oh, I can't wait to wear these. I'm all over this. I made some into earrings, and it's going to look so good with the gold. I know often I use silver, but the gold with the bronze and the black just looks really awesome. And I want to remind you when you're doing your earrings, because this is super important. A wise beater once told me, and now I'm the wise beater once telling you. No, I'm just kidding. Whenever you when you have any type of a jump ring, whether it's a complete circle or it's an ear wire, you never want to open it. It's like this. You never want to open it like that. If I pull this out, it'll never come back in the same way. But if I open it like that, put the thing in, and swing it back up, it's like opening a door. Oh, talk about perfect. Should we see what it looks like on? I'm so excited. What do I have on? Oh, see here, I connected a whole bunch of them together. That's cool. Okay, that's gonna look good. And the mosaic of all the different things that you have going on. This is cool. I like this one. Oh, and you know what? One of our other episodes, we made this pattern. Let's see if you can figure out which one. That's cool. Yay. I really appreciate you guys coming and joining in on these great classes. And I want to see what you guys are coming up with. If there's any way you can send in what you're doing to Naleo TV, I'd love to see it. I think it'd be awesome. And just remember that you can make anything out of polymer clay. You just have to put in some time and give it a whirl. It's so satisfying. Everybody who comes in and plays or takes my classes leaves just so thoroughly happy with something really cool they made. Aloha, have a beautiful day. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Tune back in to Naleo.